to keep the flow going, I wanted to give you all some habits that can help you continue with your lock-in. So grab a pen and paper because you're going to want to write this down. What's up, loves? So welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Laura. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, darling. Welcome back. Man, I can hear my earrings jiggling. So I just wanted to hop on right quick and do a quick video just to keep the flow going with episode 2 of The Great Lock-In. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about habits. So we touched on that a little bit in the first video about the financial fast and cleanse. I touched on a few habits that I developed, like mental habits and things like that, subscriptions that I canceled, all of these things. And here are 4 habits that I think would be very good to implement today so that you can continue to focus and hone in on the goals that you want to accomplish throughout the remainder of the year for the Great Lock-In. Number 1, reading 30 minutes before bed. Let me tell y'all something. This has really helped me. I don't think that people realize how detrimental doom scrolling is. When you are at work, a lot of people use social media to decompress from the day, but the thing is, you need to be able to decompress from social media because there's so much going on in the world that you're going to want to have to step back and realign yourself. And so for me, reading 30 minutes before bed not only helps me with self-development, but it, depending on what you're reading, you know what I'm saying? If it's like a sci-fi fantasy book or like a fiction book or something like that, that's different. But I personally like to read self-development books, self-help, self-improvement, things like that, just to sort of develop myself more, because I am trying to cultivate and curate the life that I know I deserve. This is my year of financial freedom. This is my year of freedom, my year of wealth, my year of abundance. So I'm just trying to cultivate and curate the life that I know that I deserve. With that, these habits that I'm explaining to you are some of the things that I'm doing to help me along this journey. And the 30 minutes before bed of reading time is one of those things that is helping me. I use that to decompress from the day. I do not like the whole doom scrolling. I have found myself being on Instagram or Pinterest. I'm not a really big TikTok person, but I do find myself sometimes doom scrolling, and I have to stop myself. Remember to do that mental check. Okay, I have to stop myself from doing that, and I will pick up a book and feed my mind. Okay, and sometimes I'll do this in the morning as well. I'm trying to get better at doing it in the morning, but at least 10 to 15 minutes in the morning just to feed myself first. Okay, and then when I get ready to go to bed, I decompress for 30 minutes to also feed myself again. Okay, because this is my time for me, and then it helps me sleep better. My mind is not chaotic at night and things like that after I've read a book. So yeah, and it doesn't have to be a physical book. It could be like a Nook book or a Kindle. If it is on your phone, I say turn the setting for night mode or something like that, so it's not like you're staring at this bright screen 30 minutes before it's time for you to go to sleep. I personally like physical books. I do have a Nook, so yeah, it could be a Nook, a Kindle, a physical book, things like that. So I say read 15 minutes in the morning when you get up, just to kind of spend time with yourself and to feed your own emotion, feed your mental state, feed your self-development, and then read about 30 minutes or longer if you want. Read about 30 minutes around bedtime to decompress from your day, decompress from work, decompress from social media, and step outside of that and feed yourself and spend time with yourself. Number 2, quiet time. This is the second habit that I struggle with sometimes. I try to meditate between 5 and 10 minutes every morning, but sometimes that doesn't happen. As y'all know, I am a single parent, so when I get up, it's like the clock is ticking. I gotta go. Things are like, it's moving very fast. I have to make sure I get my son up, fix him breakfast, you know, do a lot of the prep work and stuff like that. It's easier when I do the meal prep. Hello, we talked about this in the first episode, remember? Okay. Reducing eating out, cut back on that, and meal prep. Remember we talked about that? Yes. I make sure that I try to meal prep as much as I can. It makes my mornings a lot easier, and on top of that, I can sleep in a little bit later. Okay, so I'm not as exhausted. Right? So like today, I'm going to meal prep. As a matter of fact, I still have meal prep left over from last week. So I'm just going to take the rest of that, and that's what I'm going to either eat tonight for dinner, or I'm going to have that tomorrow for lunch, which is going to be the rest of that. And then I'll have my new meal prep for like the rest of the week. We're saving ourselves time, and we're saving ourselves from chaos. Okay. So spending a little bit of quiet time with myself, like doing meditation or mantras, affirmations, prayer, writing, like gratitude writing, whatever that may look like to you, spend between 5 and 10 minutes doing that in the mornings, because this is going to prepare yourself for your day. Okay, you have to go to work, like, you know, you work full time, or you run a business, or, you know, and or like you're a parent, you are a partner to someone. So this basically preps your mind, it preps your emotions, it preps your mental state to be prepared for the day, because you don't know what's going to happen. It could be quiet, it could be chaotic. You know, it preps you for work, it preps you for family, it preps you to show up for yourself as well as others, right? So giving yourself that little bit of quiet time in the morning, and you can also do it in the afternoon, or you can do it throughout the day just to kind of realign and reset. Give yourself some time to just be quiet. Give yourself time to be with yourself. Okay, I think this helps with keeping yourself focused and keeping yourself aligned with your goals. Habit number 3 is to do frequent check-ins. This gives you the space to keep your goals at the forefront of your day. There are a lot of us out here who are doing things that we do not want to do career-wise, like professionally. We're juggling life, but at the same time, we're trying to break away from different cycles and break away from a lifestyle that we've been on this hamster wheel living day to day. And we start losing sight of our goals, and you don't want to do that. So I think doing frequent check-ins, like, okay, remember why you're doing this. Remember why you're here. What am I using this for? Like, your job should not be your complete life, and there should be goals. I feel like, well, as far as I'm concerned, I have goals outside of my job. So I make sure that I do frequent check-ins to make sure that my personal goals are at the forefront of my day, and that I'm not losing sight of what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. Habit number 4, doing a quarterly clean sweep. I do not just mean cleaning your home, okay? I'm talking about cleaning your home, cleaning up your health, cleaning up that friend circle, okay? Cleaning up through family. That'd be the main thing. It be your own blood, it be your own people, okay? Your mental health, your finances. We just talked about this in the last episode. Remember the financial fast and cleanse? We did discuss that, okay? So you want to make sure you do a quarterly check-in with yourself, kind of like an integrity check-in. How am I doing thus far? Is there anything that I need to pivot on? What do I need to shift? What do I need to scale up on? What do I need to scale back on? Like, what is it that I need to change? Does something need to remain the same? Do I need to eliminate something? Do I need to add something? So you need to start doing quarterly check-ins to make sure that you're on the right track. Some things that the quarterly check-in may be able to help with is like, you know, your triggers. You know, figuring out the triggers, your mental health, checking with yourself mentally, checking with yourself emotionally. Is there something that you noticed that was a trigger and you're like, why did that even trigger me? That might be a conversation that you need to have with yourself or your therapist. I'm just saying. All right. I'm just saying. What about your health? How have you been feeling physically? Check in with yourself physically. How are you doing? Is there a pain that you've been neglecting? An annoying pain that you've been neglecting all this time? You might want to go get that checked out. Oh my God, I feel like I have a toothache. Okay, well, you need to, you know what? You ain't been to the dentist this year. I'm going to need you to go and get that checkup, right? How's your digestion? Are you eating right? Check in with yourself physically. Are you taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally? Okay? Because this world is full of idiots and people gonna always be coming at you sideways in all different directions, and you need to be prepared for that. Okay? Do you need to remove yourself from some situations? Do you need to remove some people out of your life? How's your space? What does your environment look like? We need to start doing these quarterly check-ins. Yes, we need to start doing these check-ins, and I'm gonna need y'all to do that for me, okay? Because your girl been doing it, and I ain't gonna lie, my phone be dry now, and I be like, yeah, okay, I see where this was going. I'm glad I did that. So just overall, do a quarterly check-in and make sure that you're good, all right? I hope y'all wrote all that down. If you found this video helpful and you're doing the great lock-in, please make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I'll put all of my social media down in the description box so you can follow me on all of my social media. And I think that is it. I will see y'all in the next episode, and keep yourself locked in, okay? All right. See y'all in the next video. Bye.